Back everybody to DouglasCountyDigest.com. We are filming the game of the week here in Villa Grove between the visiting Arcola Purple Riders and the home team Villa Grove Blue Devils. I am Luke Johnson and this is Mark Davis in here with me. I totally forgot to announce our names at the beginning of this cast. And Villa Grove has a lead 19-6 over Arcola right now. And what are some of the keys here, Mark, for Arcola and Villa Grove to finish out this game?
For Villa Grove, their offense has looked really great so far. Their defense is an area to improve on. I think a 3-4 would fix a lot of their problems. I think that's what they've been going in most of this game. For Arcola, there's a lot of things to change. The passing game has been all right. Their quarterback had a 50% completion rate the first half. The runs were very inconsistent. Get some consistency there on the inside and outside runs and mix it up a little bit on offense. And I think their defense really needs to spread out more. They've had 3 inside defensive linemen the whole time, and Villa Grove's been throwing a lot too. So I think defending the throw is the big thing for Arcola.
So you think maybe containing Henderson, keeping John Henderson inside the pocket, don't let him get outside.
Yeah.
He's making a lot of accurate throws when he rolls to either side. And they've had some big gains. They had a drive there at the end of the first half that got them their third score of the game to make it 19-6. And Arcola has just been sporadic a little bit on offense and defense. They've had a couple of big plays here and there. For their opening drive is what led to their score. It was a really good first drive. Ran the ball all the way down the field. And like Mark said, they think they need to open up their playbook maybe a little and mix it up more runs mixed in with more passes. And Villa Grove will get set to receive this second half kickoff.
I did notice in the first half that the Arcola defense was playing up the field on their wide receivers, so they would give up the completion but stop them at the point of the completion. I think for this second half they need to play the inside and maybe give up a big over-the-shoulder play here and there, but stop the completions for the most part. In the first half, John Henderson, the Villa Grove quarterback, went 10 for 12. That's 83%. So a lot of big throws that were very consistent with him.
And there's the opening kick.
Bobbled by 32.
Bobbled, picks it up, and he is taken down. And Villa Grove will come out with the ball here with the lead 19-6. And they looked pretty good in the first half. A really good mix of runs and throws, as we said. They will be looking to improve on that, or at least keep it a steady similarity to the first half. Their big receiver was Noah Palmer, number 4, I believe.
Definitely.
And
there were also a lot of split duties at running back. Terrion Price started out the game, but Austin Hubbard started to take over late. It looks like to start out this second half, they'll have Price in the backfield, and it looks like Hubbard too.
And they fake the handoff.
Nope, that's not Hubbard. That'll be number 8, Max Daly.
Number 6.
Looks like Price was at more of a fullback position there.
And the quarterback keeps, goes up the middle for about 3 yards. Henderson on that short gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. Excuse me, 2nd and 7. And again in the pistol. And a sweep to our side of the field. He's got some speed.
Great block by Price.
Out, trying to strip
They cannot bring him down.
Excellent run by number 32, Hubbard, Austin Hubbard. And Arcola tries to go for the strip, and he gains an extra 10 yards just from Arcola not tackling well.
And that's why Hubbard has definitely taken over running back duties lately. He went about 15 yards with a man on his back there. A lot of missed tackles from Arcola.
Excellent execution by Villa Grove. There's a pass back across the field. That was a
very
tough,
awkward pass by Henderson.
A tough pass. kind of skipping backwards and throwing back over his shoulder. Intended receiver was Noah Palmer. who was open, but not anywhere near close enough to catching that pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 here. And Henderson keeps it. And he has an open lane to the end zone. And a touchdown.
Touchdown, Blue Devils.
A good keeper by Henderson.
Number 6, John.
And he is in.
For a touchdown.
The opening drive for Villa Grove results in a rushing touchdown.
That was a beautiful play by Villa Grove, a nice fake. I was actually tricked by that one watching it. And Henderson there ran it in for the touchdown. He now has a passing and a rushing touchdown. I think Arcola was so ready to defend the pitch there that they let the ball go right in.
Well, you know, with Terrion Price catching that ball on the outside anywhere, even on a pitch, he was the pitch man, and if he gets it on the outside, he's a little monster. He said he's about 200 pounds, 5'8". So when he gets the ball and he gets a full head of steam, he's going to be hard to bring down. So they were defending that pitch really hard. Let Henderson open to the end zone.
They say this a lot in basketball, stop the ball first, and that's what they needed to do there.
And it is 26-6 now. Villa Grove extending their lead over the Arcola Purple Riders on homecoming night, and it is a beautiful night outside. It is about 65 degrees, a slight breeze, and it's just perfect conditions to be playing football tonight.
Everybody seems to be enjoying themselves. There's a big group of people out at the north end zone. Lots of people in the stands, and the homecoming court winners came through the field earlier during halftime. So it's been a very good atmosphere tonight.
And Villa Grove getting ready to kick off here. And Arcola needs some, they need some big plays. They need some energy plays here. Somebody's got to step up and make a play and get this team back on the right track. I mean, the game's not over. They still have this quarter and the fourth quarter
Number 27, Stephen Franco, 32, White.
to start something, get back in this ball game. It's not out of reach yet.
Not such a good drive for Henderson there throwing, but he did have a long run for a touchdown. So that's 2 touchdowns for him. And he's 10 for 13 throwing the ball. That's another little fake kickoff there by Villa Grove. They'll go for it here.
And
good spinning kickoff.
Line drive again with 32, Wyatt Fischel.
Good
Gets
return.
it, and he'll be dragged down from behind around the 42-yard line.
Number 32, Wyatt Fischel.
That's a good return there by Fischel. Get him some pretty good field position.
And this will be Arcola's first position in the second half on offense.
Ball's on the 42-yard line, so they've only got about 8 yards to make up before they're halfway at the field.
And Strader's the QB. Fischel in motion. Take the handoff to Fischel to try and go up the middle, and it gets stuffed. Pretty much the whole Villa Grove defense was in on that one, minus the 2 safeties that were in the back.
Strader's definitely looked like he's struggled today, but the numbers are there. He's 50% completion, but he certainly hasn't looked very good tonight. He's only thrown 4 passes on the day, and his rushing is mediocre today, you could say. He's been handing the ball off a lot to his running backs. Fischel and Motra have been the 2 feature backs today. Another take by Fisher outside to the right side. He'll get about to the line of scrimmage.
And Fischel was hitting the backfield. They thought maybe he was going to get a loss, but he gets it back to the line of scrimmage. And the offensive line for Arcola looks like after the first drive in the first half, their blocking has just gone downhill. They need to step up and find guys to block, push them out of the backfield, eliminate the penetration by the Villa Grove defensive line. And they're going to line up 2 wideouts to our side, 1 to the far side.
There's a lot of running around on the Villa Grove defense. They ended up rushing 4 guys.
Raiders in trouble, throws it. And excellent pursuit on the quarterback by Skylar Orrick. Yes, Skylar Orrick, number 25. Good pressure on Strader, number 2, quarterback for Arcola. He really had nowhere to go with it. Tried to throw it out to an open guy. It's a difficult throw on the run. And now Strader is back to punt.
None of the Arcola offensive players have really gotten on fire today, and that's what slowed them down. There's been no real consistent. Oh, a fumble on the punt return there, but it looks like it'll be recovered by Villa Grove.
And a muffed punt, they say, is recovered by Villa Grove, so Villa Grove survives a little scare there. And their offense will take over again, and their offense is on fire. They put together a great drive last time, through the air, on the ground. A couple of missed passes, but in the end, a fake pitch got them into the end zone.
24-yard line.
And it'll be 1st and 10 on the 24 for Villa Grove.
Looking at the rosters, I noticed a difference in coaching. Villa Grove has 1 tight end listed, whereas the Purple Riders have 4 tight ends listed on their roster. But both schools have not really put a tight end out there to catch passes or block today.
And Villa Grove in the pistol. 2 guys in the backfield, 3 wideouts. Terium Price up the middle for a gain of 2. Hard fought 2.
Price, the ball carrier.
And it'll be 2nd and 8 here for Villa Grove. Still running the no-huddle offense
On the tackle
with a big lead, 20-point lead over Arcola right now.
2-yard gain, 2nd down.
It looks like about 30-70 on running back duties between Price and Hubbard.
And Henderson goes out and throws flat pass. Price, who drops it.
That is a bad dropped ball.
Intended for number 3, Terion Price. Ball's incomplete.
He was thinking about where he was going to be instead of hang on to the ball.
That's true.
And so 3rd and 8 for Villa Grove on the 26.
That's certainly a disappointing mistake from a senior there, not catching the ball out on the flat.
And there's pursuit, again, pressure, this time by Arcola's defense, forcing a bad throw by Henderson low, intended for Palmer.
Henderson has not come out throwing the ball well from halftime. He is 0 for 3 on his 3 passes so far, but he did break loose for that big rushing touchdown earlier in the 3rd quarter.
So Villa Grove lines up to punt here, but a lot of those incompletions, their receivers that got hands on the ball, they just couldn't bring it in. Some drop passes.
Austin Hubbard punting.
So not totally on Henderson, but
I think Terion Price has to be very frustrated right now. He's had Hubbard get in there for a lot of running back snaps. He dropped a pass earlier, and he hasn't been able to get many yards on his runs today. So we'll see if he can get on fire or not. He looks to be pretty hyped up out there on the sidelines, so we'll see what he does when he gets back in the game.
And Arcola will take over now. 1st and 10 after a great punt by Villa Grove. It's on the 35-yard line.
39-yard punt.
And Arcola lines up in the pistol. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wideouts to our side, 1 to the other. And looks like they're going to run the option here with Strader.
Oh.
Strader runs out of room, and unfortunately his running back was left with less room.
Looks like there's about 5 guys on top of the running back. 22, that'll be Motra. That was a great swarming play by the Villa Grove defense, but not so hot on the Arcola side. Quarterback pitching the ball, and then the running back getting absolutely stuffed, it looked like, behind the line.
And that's what you don't want to see. Noah Palmer, the leading wideout, has the leading in catches and reception yards right now. He is injured, looks like an ankle injury. He's now on the sidelines.
We really haven't seen much out of Colin Seaman today. He's had 1 catch, I believe, but a lot of blocking and running routes for him, not too many catches. But again, only 4 passes attempted by Strader, so that's a very interesting strategy plan over there by the Purple Riders.
And a handoff to Zach Mutra there. for maybe a yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 11. And Arcola's offensive line really needs to pick up the blocking schemes. They're only facing 3 down linemen, and they're still not able to get.
A lot of receivers wide open on that play for the Purple Riders. It looked like Wyatt Fischel broke free, but that's another incomplete pass. And that puts quarterback Clayton Strader at a 40% completion rate.
It'll be 4th and 11. So Arcola sets up to punt. And again, Villa Grove bringing the pressure from the backside. Number 2, Zach Broker, came in from the backside, putting pressure on Strader and maybe causing him to make an errant throw.
You also see that Henderson has had 3 times the pass attempts that Strader has, and Henderson has also had 5 times the completions. So that's a very interesting stat there. Also, Henderson with a rushing and passing touchdown, whereas Strader hasn't gotten in an end zone yet.
And the one thing that's been going Arcola's way is the punt bounces. I think they've had all but one roll to Villa Grove's side of the field. So if you're looking for something positive, you can go with your punting has been pretty decent. Your defense, Arcola's defense really needs another stop here, and hopefully their offense will get on fire.
The 2 Arcola kickers have looked pretty good. Their punter Strader has had a lot of good punts today, and their kicker has booted the ball pretty well. We haven't seen any field goals from either team today. We've seen a couple extra points, 2 missed extra points, and a try for a 2-point conversion. So a lot of mixing it up on the kicking side of the ball.
And John Henderson with a pass there out to Hubbard, number 32, for a gain of 6. Good tackle, open field tackle. And Henderson keeps the ball.
That was a very good fake by the Villa Grove offense, but it didn't fool the Purple Riders.
And they gain maybe 2 or 3 more. It'll be 3rd and 3, so 3rd and short here for Villa Grove. They put Terrion Price in the backfield.
It looks like Price has taken over more of fullback duties. And he's listed here as a halfback/linebacker, but it looks like he's been playing more to the inside next to the quarterback, more blocking, hasn't been able to break free on many runs, whereas Hubbard has broken free on a lot of runs and has been very productive for the Blue Devils. I think that's the switch in running backs there. Now we have number 8 in the backfield, Max Daly. He's made a lot of appearances on the field at wide receiver, running back, fullback. He's listed here as a fullback.
And on the outside, Austin Hubbard, number 32 for Villa Grove, a huge gain. It was 4th and 1, and he breaks it open for about 15 yards. An excellent run by Austin Hubbard. Good fake up the middle. And there are a lot of fakes and schemes going on for Villa Grove's offense. Those fakes are starting to work on Arcola. And Henderson keeps it, breaks a tackle.
Beautiful run by Henderson again. His rushing has really showed up in the second half, whereas his passing has kind of gone downhill. So a big change in Henderson's game from the first to the second half.
And he is very agile, weaving his way back through the core of the Arcola defense there.
One thing we talked about earlier is the changes that Arcola had to make, and they did make some very good changes stopping Henderson's passing, but they've given up more runs from Villa Grove, from Henderson and Hubbard.
And he's back to pass now, throws, complete. Palmer's now back in the game. He catches that ball for a first down.
Looked like Palmer had a little hitch route there. He just came back and stood there. He was wide open. So a nice little passing catch by Henderson to Palmer.
And Villa Grove again on offense is on a drive deep into Arcola's territory. Henderson keeps it again, and there are 3 Arcola defenders there to meet him in the backfield. And it looks like he will, no gain. So no loss, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. About 3.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. The score is 26 to Villa Grove to 6 for Arcola.
We've seen a lot of really good fakes today from the Villa Grove offense. I think that's one thing that is stacked up with a lot of juniors and seniors. They've been able to fake the ball well today, and that's been helpful. That's Henderson being hit as he throws a very errant pass out to number 3 Price down in the end zone. That went way over the top of him.
Number 55, Drew Foltz for Arcola in applying the pressure, excellent pressure, which caused that errant pass. So Arcola getting some pressure on Henderson as he drops back to throw, which, as you said before, Mark, eliminates the passing game, but they're doing a bad job with the run game, and an incomplete pass out to the side.
Another dropped pass.
And it will be 4th and 10. And I would assume they would go for it here this far into Arcola's territory.
I think Villa Grove made a smart move initially with going with a lot more pass attempts, but Henderson has gone 1 for 6 in the 2nd half. That's a big difference from his 10 for 12 in the 1st. So we'll see if he can get thrown here. Here's another pass,
again.
A good looking one.
There was contact both ways there. I think the Arcola defender was turned towards the ball and kind of backed up into Palmer, but Palmer did have his hands on the back of the Arcola defender and pushed. So I believe that is a good no call from my view.
The crowd definitely wanted a call there, but it looked like he did have his hands on the defender. But Palmer knocked down as he went for the ball, and that results in no touchdown, no first down for Villa Grove. So that's kind of a disappointing turnout. It looks like they're too close in to punt here, but they might be outside field goal range, so we'll have to see how they play this out.
That was 4th down. They turned it over.
Yeah.
So it'll be turnover on downs, and I think Arcola calls a timeout. And Arcola will take over in their own, at their own 20. And as you said before, that was a tough call. It's probably one of the tougher calls we've seen so far from the referees, but there's contact both ways, and the Arcola defender was looking at the ball when he backed into Noah Palmer. And it could go either way, and the efficiency through the air has gone down, as you said, Mark, but they picked it up on the ground game, gotten a score out of that to make it 26 to 6. And we will get to see Villa Grove play Cerro Gordo next Friday at this same place, at this same time, at Bruscare Field in Villa Grove, Illinois, on DouglasCountyDigest.com. And there are a list of sponsors on our website that you can see. They are the wonderful people that sponsor us, that allow us to do this on Friday nights and for sports throughout the year. And on 1st and 10 here for Arcola. Strader rolls out. He's got pressure. Throws, tipped. Oh, almost caught off the tip. Excellent defense. Good
ball was
pressure.
bobbled around a lot there on that throw. Hit a defender, an offender, and another offender, but still dropped there.
And it'll be 2nd and 10 for Arcola. Good defense by Villa Grove. Pursuit was good. They had pressure. They had good defense. They had the wideouts covered. So Villa Grove's defense, other than the first series, has been solid. As much as we bragged on their offense so far, their defense has been just as good, if not better. And he's looking to pitch to the left. Runs the sweep.
He's hit hard by a Villa Grove defender.
Number 2,
knocked out of bounds.
So Clayton Strader gains 9 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 1. Under 3 minutes to go here. So 3rd and short for Arcola. This is a good time. They really need to keep their offense on the field. Their defense has been on the field a lot in the 2nd half.
Villa Grove has had 13 more pass attempts than Arcola has, which is a very interesting number.
And a missed snap.
Fumble on the play.
And Villa Grove recovers. So Villa Grove will recover the turnover.
Villa Grove will get another shot at that touchdown that the crowd was wanting earlier. We'll see what they do with it here.
And the last time they went through the air a few plays to try and get it in. Maybe they'll stay on the ground this time. I would stay on the ground. Your ground game has really been your bread and butter so far in this third quarter.
I think the key player in this game is Terrion Price to see how he plays out, being moved to more of a fullback position.
And turnover again, and Arcola.
Another fumble.
Arcola recovers, and it's going back the other way. So
that's 3 fumbles and no interceptions in this game.
So the turnovers are now coming out here in the second half, and they will trade offense for defense once again.
Number 8 for Villa Grove, Max Daly, is very angry about that fumble out on the sidelines.
Saw a reaction by him. And Strader back to pass, looking, finds nobody.
There's a flag on the play.
That's going to be.
He scrambles for about 3 to 4 yards.
Flag in the backfield is usually going to be a holding call.
Flags on the field. Holding against Arcola is the call.
And we're going to give our props to Clayton Strader. He's taking some hits here tonight. He's getting beat up quite a bit. But holding on Arcola, so that'll bounce him back another 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 15.
That Arcola offensive line has really struggled tonight. They've been inconsistent on their blocking. The runs have gotten stuffed. Their quarterback is getting hit a lot, and they've had some penalties called on them. A holding call there. I think they've had some false starts called as well, so we'll see how the line reacts to doing poorly so far and see if they can improve themselves.
And Arcola's, their offensive line, it just doesn't seem like they're firing off the ball very hard. They're not finding guys to block. And there's a pitch, and I think he held on to the ball. Goodness, that was a tough one. He pitched that ball right to the running back, right as the running back was getting hit. Excellent hands by Wyatt Fishel to hang on to that ball. And it'll be 2nd and 23 here.
Again, the quarterback's a sophomore, along with Wyatt Fishel, who's also a sophomore. So some inexperience there. Whereas on the Villa Grove side, their 2 dual running backs are both seniors and their quarterback's a senior. So you can see the big difference in youth
Strader
versus experience there.
Strader again rolls out, pass to number 40, Justin Hobgood, is incomplete, and that should have been a catch. So another incompletion for Strader, but that one definitely should have gone for some yards, and the ball is dropped. And under a minute to go in the third quarter. Arcola backed way up on their side of the field.
It is 3rd for 23 for 23 now. So we'll see how Arcola reacts to this down, see if they go for a big pass or try to get some better field position for a punt here.
And Clayton Strader takes the snap and the pistol. Looking downfield. Oh, throws it way back there. Oh, and he almost went up and got it one-handed. At least blocked it away from the Villa Grove defender. Excellent job. Good defense, good offensive attempt there by Wyatt Fishel.
That ball looked like it could have been caught by the defender or the wide receiver there. It was just a ball up for grabs, but neither one came down with it. And it looks like Clayton Strader's completion rate has gone under 33%.
And it's tough to throw the ball when you're getting pressured on every play, getting hit on every other play. And oh, he touched it.
Muffed punt there, but recovered by Hubbard.
What a hit. Nice hit. Good work by Arcola on the punt.
Austin Hubbard covers the punt.
Great coverage down the field. Austin Hubbard
Number 7, Colin Seaman.
tries to return the punt and gets a yard.
I think that's going to be a big key area for the Arcola practice this week before their game next Friday, is just improving that offensive line. I think a lot of firing drills to get off the line sooner, and then staying with your man a lot too. It's been two key areas of struggle for the Arcola Purple Rider offensive line.
And it could be lack of communication down low on the line. When they're up against a 3-4, so there's only 3 down linemen. They have to communicate and see who's going to take the linebacker, who's going to take the lineman. And a run up the middle for Villa Grove for a 4-yard gain. Be 2nd and 6.
Daly picks up 4 yards.
And they blow the whistle for an injured Arcola Rider to hobble off the field.
Never want to see injuries in high school football like this, but it's an inevitable part of the game. So.
They've had a few tonight.
Yes, they have.
And number 8 for Villa Grove.
I believe that's number 3. Terrion Price.
Number 8, Max Daly.
Oh, that is number 8.
Max Daly again on the handoff.
Nice
Takes
run
up the
there.
middle.
Daly gets another Blue Devil. First down.
And that will close out the end of the 3rd quarter here. Arcola is down 20 points to Villa Grove. It's Villa Grove 26, Arcola 6. We will be back with the 4th quarter.